going on?
welcome to Fur Talk. Okay, so it's a little different. We got to do it from your point of view because something's going on with IG. Whatever.
Right,
Welcome anyway.
right. Appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
You welcome. All right, so I'll call you personally the hometown hero, Bay Area's hometown hero, because of all that what you do for like the community.
That's right. Thank you.
So
Thank you.
you're welcome. So you are a basketball coach, a youth mentor, life coach to the
Yes,
kids,
ma'am.
a music artist, homeowner, a father, and you working on your real estate license.
Oh, yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
That's
ma'am.
a lot.
Got my hands into everything. A little bit of everything.
That is a lot. Okay, so we're gonna get into each individual one, but let's start from the very, very beginning, okay?
All right. All right.
All
All right.
right. So as you can see, I got my Cali hat on
It's
today.
good.
Represent
I see you.
Cali.
Look, I'm representing Start the Fish. You
Hey.
dig?
All right, so from the very beginning, obviously we're both from Cali,
Yes, ma'am.
from the Bay, from San Francisco. Not only from that, we're from Hunters Point,
Nine,
and
4124.
exactly. So for those of you guys watching who don't know what Hunters Point is an area in San Francisco that surrounds a few different projects, basically.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So we are both from Hunters Point, but he's from a different neighborhood, a different street in Hunters Point than I am. So we lived a little bit different. We basically lived the same, but we kind of lived a little bit different. I don't know really too much of what was going on his street, and I don't know if he knew what was going on my street. Every street is different.
Hey, I was everywhere. I was
He was
everywhere.
everywhere.
I
He
was
was
everywhere.
everywhere. So, basically, living in Hunters Point, living, from where you were from, how did that like impact everything? Like, how was your upbringing?
Man, living close to Candlestick, so I can tell you guys where I'm from, Hunters Point, Hollister to be exact. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we was pretty much it was weird. It was crazy. It was a lot of stuff going on in our time. I'm an '80s baby, and in
Me
our
too.
time it was turf wars. You know,
Right.
it was a lot of turf wars, and you get on the wrong bus, you end up in the wrong turf, and you from that other side of town. Other things that happen to you.
Right.
Um, so how these kids are growing up and all the fights that they having right now versus the fights and the stuff that was going on, and the neighborhoods when you had to walk through and the stuff you had to walk through, versus the homelessness now versus what we had to walk through then. It wasn't homelessness. It was like World War III or something, you
No,
know?
yeah,
So, like,
really, yeah.
seriously.
Right.
Seriously, it was crazy. And being a youngster, these youngsters, they don't fight. So
Mm,
in our day and age, it was slap box all day. Bop, bop. You walk through and you go somewhere, you got to get them up with one of
right.
the OGs. So
Right.
now it ain't no OGs. So it was the time then versus now. Oh, it was different. And growing up, I mean, I had to catch the bus from Hunters Point to Galileo my 11th and 12th grade year.
Mm,
And then
mm,
shit, I had license, but you being young, your car break down, and you
mm-hmm.
you you don't have accessibility to fix it as fast as what you do now, and that
Right.
goes with the learning lessons that it went. But man, it was crazy. It was crazy in Hunters Point. It was the war, Sunnydale, Hunters Point, Sunnydale, Hollister, Sunnydale, shit. But back in the day, I can honestly say Hunters Point was more united
Mm,
than it is right now. It's a lot of divisions and different kids from different places mess with each other that didn't mess with each other when we were growing up. So
mm.
things have changed.
You right. Okay. Good explanation. Now how did your upbringing play a part of what you're doing now?
Well, honestly, shit, to be straightforward, um, my parents weren't the parents that I am.
Okay.
Well, um, no disrespect, my parents, I love them. My mom, R.I.P. to my mom, rest in heaven, my queen, my everything.
Mm-hmm.
My father's still living and existing. What's up to
Good.
my king out there, Sherm? I see you, Big Sherm. You gonna check the video out, but I raised my kids starting out, and where I'm at now with the coaching level and helping the youth. I actually was just in the park just training my kids, and other kids just came on board. And I worked in park and rec when I was growing up. I worked with a child care development at Wu Yi. I think that's the name of it, Wu Yi. If you from San Francisco, y'all know Wu Yi. You know what I'm saying, over there by Sunnydale. I was testing my waters being from Hunters Point, being in Sunnydale at that age. But still, like I said, I was young, still trying to become something at a young age and teach myself how to be that responsible individual. And watching my mom work, I always knew the work ethics and to go get the for sure money,
Yeah.
versus the fast money. But I was mentoring kids since then, and gradually I just I worked my way in. I was working at the hospital at Kaiser. I was at Kaiser 16 plus years of my life, and just transitioning over. I'm like I said, I've been coaching for 12 years of my life as well too. So to work 16 plus years and do coaching 12 years, and that and honestly, I was at work thinking about my coaching more than my actual working, but it was still helping the people. So I,
Mm-hmm.
I had to make that change, and I made the change, and I started out with an LLC,
Mm-hmm.
um, and it SIF LLC, and that was pretty much is not was, but it is based upon mentoring the youth. I have a few family members that are into the school boards that's in the teaching field, so I have them willing to teach the kids. So during the pandemic, any kids that actually needed the time or had the time to do the distant learning or however we could do it, we will get that help and send out those resources to actually do just like how we're doing, chatting online to help. So
Yeah.
I just really just started out wanting to help the kids, and always was for helping the kids. So had to start my own and seeing others not run it appropriately. So
Gotcha.
gave it a
Gotcha.
shot.
Yeah. Now, also I know like we went to high school together.
Oh yeah,
Um,
oh, definitely.
and, and you was on the basketball team. So
I do this. Tell them though, I do it. I do it. It's no game. My
right,
my sons is watching, so when it's stuff like that, you went to high school with me. I played the sport. I know the sport, and I played
right,
it.
right. And they need to know that you got somebody that'll vouch for you too, like you was on the basketball
Thank
team.
you, thank you, sister. Thank you, sister. Thank you, sister. Thank you, sister. Preach that.
So by you growing up and being on the basketball team in high school and stuff at a younger age, do you think that gave you the experience and the drive to become a basketball coach?
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, definitely does. Some of the coaches that I had, man, I gotta shout them out that having this platform. We had Coach Joe at Burton going crazy, running us all the way through McLaren Park, and I was a fat boy. This how I'm looking now, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't look nothing like I looked then. Was chubby, out
Mm.
of shape. When man, I want to eat.
Right,
So
right,
he
right.
that was running us up the mountains, Coach Joe. You awesome coach, bro. I appreciate you. You are inspiration, like I told you when I came to Hawaii. You the reason why I'm here, Coach Rick. You the reason why I'm here at Mission Rec. I was running with the Mission Rec Rebels, just like to have the San Francisco Rebels in Filmo. Shout out to my guy at the Rebels and all my Rebel coaches over there. But you know, I was at Mission Rec with Rick. Rick was a good coach, and Oscar was coaching the ladies league, so we had ladies, and you had ladies actually out there hooping. So I was at a young age in the hoop field with everything. So it definitely got me into it because of the coaches and feel of it. Like, and then once I became this man, I was like, man, I can give back.
Right.
Let me do
Right.
it. And give it a shot. I gave it a shot, and the first time I coached, I kid you not, first time I coached on the first run, my first season, we made it to the championships. My team took second place. I built the team. I
Hey.
built the team from the ground up, handpicked. These kids, some of them did not know how to dribble. I had girls and boys, so it was mixed genders,
Oh.
elementary with middle school. That's what I first started out with. And man, when I say that season, I honestly, to where I'm coaching now versus to where I started, I think I liked that season the best because I think about that and I try to mimic that, the beginning. Beginning.
Gotcha. Well, speaking of, what were some of your like fondest memories of being a coach?
Um, shit, I'm still building them up. So, man, I think this year gonna be an awesome year. But
Yeah.
I want to say, yeah, definitely. This year is gonna be crazy. I want to say the most, and I stick to it all the time, and my sons will probably vouch to it too. It was this young lady, and she, like I said, on this team, she started out. She couldn't dribble between her legs, and all the boys were doing all the fancy stuff. Blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, work with me. I got you. By the end of the season, I promise you, you'll be doing that same stuff. Just work with me. Just stick with me. I swear, at the end of the season, that girl had jump shot. That girl was dribbling
Mm.
between her legs, and I stick with that. And I tell myself, if I can get one kid like that, I can get every kid like that. And
Yeah.
I say that because all it takes is the time and the effort that you apply with the kid. Not saying every kid is the same, no,
Right.
but the care and the effort is the same if you apply it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
Someone
why I
say you're
say,
doing a great job.
uh, thank you, cuz. Thank you, cuz. Thank you, cuz. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. That's my cousin, Shell. Yeah, Michelle. She crazy. Yeah, that's one of my biggest. That's one of my biggest fans right there. The family too, for real. Like, I got.
Nice.
I'm real about. I'm definitely about family. Like, family is some of my biggest things. So I think also that trickled down into what I do too, because a lot of kids don't have family.
Right.
So like prime example, this is one of our jerseys.
That's a cute color too. I like how you did that.
Yeah, this thank you. This is for our lead team, our red team, six high school team. But I put it on the back. We put family, man. So they always remember we not just a team or organization. We're actual family. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So when you pass the ball to your brother or your sister, that's your brother and your sister. So when you say
Right.
brother and sister, what is a brother and a sister? That's your family.
Yeah,
So
that's family.
you
That's
know,
family. And you
you
have
know,
to, that's what makes them feel more welcome too. It's not like,
definitely,
oh, he's just another dude off the street. Like me, it's kind of like, okay, you're going to learn how to work together, be a family.
definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely. And you are a coach at a high school right now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
How did
Foothill.
that happen?
We have Foothill High with it, and I'm a calling and speaking into existence. And anybody in Division 4 in Sacramento, I'm telling y'all now, even Division 3, we going to the playoffs,
Mm,
right? Um,
mm,
this year is a great year. Well, I got into it really because my sons, Tyer and Tamari, um, they go to Foothill High,
mm-hmm.
and they was on JV, they hoop, and I've been coaching them two boys for their whole entire basketball career, like they the whole entire time. I tried to let them go, and coach play with another, because it's at the school level. I wasn't tripping off getting into school. Hey, I want to be a fan. I want to use my camera. I want to You enjoy it now,
Right.
but I can never enjoy on the sideline. Get down court.
Right. Right.
I'm
Right.
I'm
Right.
a coach on the sideline, so that's how it happened.
Right.
Coach was out there coaching. They was out there getting, they was getting it handed to them, and I assisted coach with a few things he allowed me to, and I jumped on in. And after that, it was history. He
Mm.
said, "Hey, you want to be my assistant coach?" I had to ask them boys first. The boys
Right. Right.
the boy
Right.
said, "No, Dad, we need you. We want you." So I said, "Seriously? Y'all really like me coaching y'all?" So I jumped on board, and since then, last year our JVs, we lost what, 5 or 6 or 7 games out of that,
Mm.
but
Mm.
we would have won way more.
Mm.
My youngest son got moved up to
Good.
varsity. Yeah,
Good.
so I moved him up in mid, like before the season started, but he flopped. But it's all right. I had to let him. But this year, like I said, it's personal,
Right.
personal,
Get
personal.
'em.
It's personal. So got both of my young sons on varsity this year. We stacked up this year. We dunking on things. We throwing oops. So yeah, this year's gonna be a fun year, definitely.
Yeah.
And honestly, not just this one. They got a group. This group that we got right here is really, really, really unique. I'm on. Oh yeah, and also the big announcement. I'm now also not just assistant JV coach. I'm also now on staff of varsity as well too. So yeah,
Hey.
yeah. It's fun. It's fun. So yeah, be
Hey.
looking out for us, Max Prep. Check us out, Max Prep, Foothill High, Sacramento, Mustangs. Definitely, definitely.
Definitely. You gonna win. Don't worry about, like you said, speak it to existence. You
Oh
gonna get
yeah,
them.
oh yeah. They made it first round last year, and
Good.
they lost a few players. They lost a few solid players towards the end, but they still fought their ground. But this year, like we're basing this family, and these boys as brothers, and 5 of the boys that actually play on our team play on my AAU organization as well too, start to finish. Um, DWE. Now that we merged, I can get into that as well when we get a little further on how we ended up merging to start to finish. And I brought my boy from Dogwater. Shout out Yella. I know you probably watching Yella Row. My coach TJ is my oldest son. Coach Ju, shout out to all my staff, man. I love y'all, man, and I appreciate all the work that y'all doing and we putting in. We will
Hey.
soon have what we asked for, man. We'll soon have it. Trust me.
Yeah, for real though. And also, if anybody watching, if y'all got some questions to ask, go ahead and put it in the comment section. We gonna get to it.
Look, and
Let's talk.
we gonna do it like my boy always do. Share the live, share the live, share the live. You feel me?
We definitely gonna get to it. Let's have a conversation. You feel me? Okay. So, um, backing up a little bit, you told me about a couple of not so great memories. One when you was working at the hospital, and then you went into the closet and you actually found a dead baby.
And
So,
stillborn, yes,
yeah, it's
ma'am, yes, ma'am.
stillborn. So, how did that, like, did that make you become or make you want to become a better father?
Honestly, that didn't change nothing of me being a father other than to appreciate a healthy child to come into the world. I never was, when I had kids or my kids was conceived or however you want to say it, I never cared about gender. Like it
Okay.
never really mattered. Yeah, I wanted boys. Yeah, great. But I never really cared about gender. I always thought about as long as I had a healthy child.
Right.
Because you think about parents that go through it's special needs children, might I say. And
Right.
the parents, they really have it rough. And of course, they love their children, but they have to endure whatever is going on with the child as well too. What's up, Dundee? I see you, baby. That's one of my players right there, Dundee. I love that boy. That boy right there. I love you, boy. I love you, boy. Just know that I love you, boy. I can't wait to see you grow, man. That boy is a little guy.
Mm.
Like when I say he's a little guy, That boy got hard though.
What?
That boy be wanting to practice with the high schoolers, and he's still in middle school, and he
Wow.
stayed almost every practice. And he's not the only one, but he's definitely one of my main middle school guys that'll stay and put in that extra work with the high schoolers.
Good.
So but back to the story with that stillborn. It didn't really, like I said, it didn't necessarily make me become a better father. It just made me realize and appreciate life in different ways. And as well as it showed me that people, not everyone value life.
Mm-hmm.
To go into the soil utility room where
Mm-hmm.
there is garbage and dirty laundry and biohazard in this room, and you have a baby,
Right.
no matter what of living air or whatever, but to have a baby in there that it should be placed in the appropriate area, which if anyone works in the hospital field, they should know the appropriate way to go about these things. That was totally out of line. Now, those are some of the things that go unseen and swept under the rug in these hospitals, as well as, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have lost loved ones due to bad malpractice of these hospitals. And a lot of these attorneys are afraid to go at bat and fight these hospitals because of how much money is behind them. My mother is a victim of a bad malpractice of hospitals, and I watched it. And I'm not a doctor, but I was calling everything, and they was calling it after me. And again, God called her first, so he comes first, and he called her. So my calling and the doctor calling didn't mean nothing. So like I said, man, life is about learning and growth, man. And like that right there taught me life, along with all the other experiences and stuff that I've been through. But that's just one that definitely will stick. Like, cause I was about to have my son Tyer. He was soon to be born in that hospital, the same exact one that he was born in, and so it definitely messed me up psychologically because I was also an employee there. So it was like, you speak up, it happen to you, in our time and where we come from, and no disrespect, I'm not racist, but man, this is a racist world. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Right.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
That
crazy.
is crazy.
It's emotional. I'm sorry to take y'all on a little emotional roller coaster for a second, but life is about emotions, and if we don't face those emotions and understand life is about emotions and accepting them and working through those emotions, then shit, we're gonna be walking blind. We're walking blind in life when we're not respecting the fact of emotion.
Yeah. Yeah. So, do you think that that experience that you've seen with the stillborn, do you think that it took an effect on you even to this day?
Yeah, definitely. And see how I'm telling the story as
Yeah.
if it happened yesterday.
Yeah.
Shit. And bring an honest truth. I'm a solid man. I cried. It even got me my eyes kind of watery even thinking of the fact, because here it is, like I said, I have healthy young men.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine, my kid coming into the world and then my kid gone. And I can even go as far as I lost a sibling very young, at a young age. I was
Mm-hmm.
very young, and my sister was probably a year or two, and I was old enough to realize um, her death. Shit, I remember a song, Marie Chalet song that plays all the time. I'll skip past it because it was playing at the funeral, like the
Mm-hmm.
homegoing. I don't even like calling funerals, so excuse me on that. You feel me? To all my loved ones, but I call them homegoings now, because when you leave in this world, when we call them funerals, it's sad. It feels sad. It's no different than calling somebody baby mama, baby daddy. It make you seem like got a problem or something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, when somebody leave this world, there should be a joyous word that's said behind it, homegoing. So
Right.
that, like I said, it's things like that make you go back and revisit some stuff that you may have was immature on at 20 or at 22 years old, and I'm 41 years old. So the way I thought as 25 and 22, 18, 30, totally different now. So like I said, those type of things make you go back and revisit. Damn, what did I think about in that time? So of course, yes, it's a memorable moment and it's heart hurting and it is a story to tell people to appreciate life. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Speaking of, okay, so you know how people say when one life ends, another life
Yes,
begins,
ma'am.
and you
I know
had a
that.
personal similar story. Yes. So tell us
Hmm.
about that story.
Well, I'm a respectfully, say first off, rest in peace, Grammy. That's my brother Sherman and Issa's grandmother. Um, that's what they call her, Grammy. So
Mm,
I gotta respectfully call her Grammy. And she Grammy passed away, and Big Mama. That was the Big Mama in
mm,
their family, and
mm,
Big Mama passed away. They loved her dearly, and she loved me dearly as well. And I was accepted as one of her grandchildren, even though me and my siblings had different moms with same father. Um, I was at her homegoing, and I was dressed up, suit, everything was one of the pallbearers. I've been in obituaries. I mean, literally since a child to now. If I pull up obituaries, it's like death is like second nature, you know.
mm,
But I was at a homegoing and I got the phone call. My son
mm,
Tyre was being born. So I looked at my siblings like, hey, because I didn't want to leave, but they like, boy, you better get up out of here. That's your kid. I'm like, I felt like I was disrespecting the life that I need to respect. And I said, man, she's not gonna have that baby yet. My first son, she was in labor for 28 hours. We were sitting in that hospital.
mm.
I'm not finna rush here. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So that's how my mom was operating. We got time. Let's get Grammy in the ground. I got to serve my due diligence. If I get there a little later, then God knows what purpose I was serving. Like I wasn't doing nothing wrong. They get up out of here. Boom. So I pushed from Oakland to San Francisco Kaiser, and I come in there suit, tie, whoop. All my coworkers, they think I'm coming for the, but I guess
Right.
it was a party, and I didn't know it.
Gotcha.
Here it is. I'm sitting in tears, and I had to go. And that's crazy. You go from tears and emotion to smiles and
Yeah.
holding my son and cutting his umbilical cord. Like I cut all my son's umbilical cords, every single last one of my kids.
As
Like,
you should.
but I'm saying a lot of men can't say that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So I proudly say that. Like, and I
Yeah.
put
You
that
were
out there.
there.
It should be more men that's doing the same thing. So I say that to say, brothers, step up. I'm gonna speak
Right.
up for the sisters. Step up. Don't leave these women alone taking care of these kids. I got raised
Right.
by a single parent mother. You know what I'm saying? My dad, I love you. Like I said, dog, you my dog. You feel me? But like I said, man, we gotta handle up. You know what I'm saying, fellas? We gotta change the narrative. You feel me? Change the narrative, fellas. Change the narrative.
Right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Um, okay. So let's dig into your personal life a little bit.
Hey, hold on. You get too personal, I will plead the fifth. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I come from the streets. We know how to plead the fifth fast. So when you ask the wrong question,
Not
that made you.
not that personal. Not that personal.
That's cool.
Hey.
I like to be interesting. So I'm pretty sure some of these viewers want to ask a few questions and know some stuff. So let's see if you ask something that they may want. Curiosity kill the cat today.
Okay. And then if they got some questions, they can put in the comments too.
Yeah, put it in the comments. Let's make it
Let's talk
interesting.
about it.
Let's talk about it.
All right. So, I'm from where you're from too, so I know what not to ask, but let's see what they gonna ask. So, all right. You were or still are a music artist, right?
Yes,
Were
ma'am.
or still is. You still do it?
Um, let's just say when you do music, you never stop doing it. When you got a passion for it, you never stop. So I'm always going to be into music for my whole entire life.
Okay. Okay.
Definitely, definitely.
Now, was it in your family? Like, how did you get started?
Oh, that's crazy. You asked that, Uncle Bub. My Uncle Bub, man. He was also one of my biggest fans too. Like when I was growing up as a kid, he was an uncle that used to pop up at my games, and I used to be surprised. And he used to come bring his instruments. Like he
Mm,
would have a one day he would have a harmonica, and one day he'd have a trumpet, and the next day he'd have a saxophone. And I'm like, dude, you coming to
mm.
my game with this? Hey, bro, hey,
Wow.
this is yours. After the game, he get
Wow.
now. This man has given my kids instruments now to this day. Now, when he started that out with me, it just trickled me down. I went to Luther Burbank Middle School. So at Luther Burbank,
Me
we had a
too.
band. You was at Burbank, so you know about the
Hmm.
band, you know about the orchestra, you know about Mr. Lewis. You remember Mr. Lewis,
That
marching
name
band?
sounds
Black
familiar.
black man, black man. He was a sweethearted black man. But I was in Mr. Lewis class. He was in the marching band. I was percussionist. I played the
Okay.
drums. I played the bass drum, tum tums, everything, cymbals, you name it. But I transferred from orchestra, playing violin. I know y'all probably gonna laugh because y'all learning a lot about me, but I did. I was in the orchestra. I played the violin. I played the cello. I had the little bow tie. And I was in that. I had the little, you know what I mean? And then
What?
and then yeah, the recitals. We had recitals. I had recitals. But that's how I got into it. I got into it from my Uncle Bub. My Uncle Bub kept instruments, kept giving me instruments growing up, and I did that. I was in the band in middle school, and then I went to high school at Burton. I was in the band there too. So and that
Hmm.
just trickled on down. I was rapping as a kid. I made my first rap. I even remember it. That's the crazy part.
You want
But
to say something?
nah, hey, hey, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Hey, hell no. So look, So I started out rapping with my girl cousins. That was the crazy part. It was me and probably like two, three of my girls cousins, Nene, Michelle, at my auntie Dinky house. We used to be in Diamond Heights, and just start rapping, you feel me? And then it trickled on down, start rapping on people's voicemails. Remember, we used to have a voicemail and on
Hmm.
your phone. I rapped to the Too Short, you feel me? I knew this girl. Her name was Lynn. She was on my like Cass do spins. That was one of my lines, right?
Hey.
So that was one of my lines. So I put that on my brother voicemail. I think I went San Francisco platinum as a youngster. Everybody was calling my
What?
damn phone just listen, right? So, but now, I ended up starting a group. We started a group. Who I started rapping with Reg first. It was me, Reg, um, Kiko, Mugzo. We was NAP, naturally authorized players. You feel me?
Mm.
And we started out rapping. We started our little group. We was going to the studio, going to the Boys and Girls Club in the Mission, where they still got that Boys and Girls Club. So if y'all in San Francisco, any kids that are in San Francisco, they have a full fledged big studio for you guys to go learn. Still the same setup,
Wow.
how, and we started there, and we used to go to TC Studio. Shout out TC out on the point, but he was on at High Street in the TL, with the enhancer. You feel me? Enhancer still got some of my music in my reel. You better get my stuff. But you feel me? And then we just gradually we had a beat machine. I learned, like I said, I was in music, so we had a little beat machine. Back in
Mm.
the day, you had to how you had to record your doubles, you had to do it on a cassette tape. So what you had to do was you had to record it regular. Once you record it, then you had to put a little spitball in the corners of it, right? And I swear, I'm teaching you game. See, you didn't even know it, and you do music yourself. See, that's how you know. Look at you. I'm giving you this game, right? And a lot of people go hear this and be like, bruh, he really is old school. I'll go back rail to rail. That's how long I've been doing music. But put the spitballs on the side, right?
Okay.
And then when you press the record again, it'll have had your regular vocals on top on regular, and then you did your doubles over it. So that's how you got your doubles back
Wow.
in the day on the cassette tapes. So before they got to doing this ad libs on and making these effects and voices, and you got auto tunes. I was back in the day. Your voice is your instrument. You feel me? Your voice is your instrument. So anybody that's out there rapping, because I don't do it no more, but I coach and I still can if I want to. But your voice is an instrument. So
Right.
y'all use your voice and change your voice pitches and use them as instruments. So again, man, I go way back, and then now I can go. And we started with the tape cassette. We had a tape cassette, 100 proof. Shout out Squirrel. You feel me? My big homie Squirrel. So we started 100 proof, and we branched out from NAP to 100 proof. And
Mm.
we were on. Squirrel was messing with Gold Toes. Shout out Gold Toes. So Gold Toes from Diamond Heights in the Mission District, Black and Brown. You know what I'm saying? He's still popping right now. You feel me? And we just hit off like that. And I just was doing music from there on out, going to different studios and making a lot of music and just dropping it. I dropped some albums, some mixtapes, some videos, and that's how I just really just took off from there.
Hmm. So do you think that your music went as far as you wanted it to go? Or do you just kind of like you stopped in the middle of it to do other stuff?
I honestly, shit, I stopped because of I stopped because I had a lot of family losses and deaths
Gotcha.
and I took a break and I just paused and just I moved on to other things honestly, and not necessarily just stopped it. I just moved on to other things, and I felt like um the time that I even stopped creating music, which I still have created music that I could release right now and it'll fit in right now, but I stopped creating the music because everybody is creating it. So it's hard to stand out when you got a bunch of everybody sounding the same or trying
Yeah.
or trying to mimic the next person. So it's like there's no originality to it. So
Yeah.
I just said I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I motivate my nephew. My nephew, um, he want to drop FTL. I see you, Neff. Shout out, Neff. When you see this, I'm trying to push my nephew because like I said, I have my own publishing company, have my own record label, my entertainment company, Rap Status. Shout out Gotti. You feel me? It's my bruh for life. Gotti running Rap Status. We got Rap Status going. And I just I just stayed pushing. You know what I'm saying? And just at the end of the day, the grind it just built me up, and I'm trying to build my nephew up, and now I'm trying to get back in it, but I in a different field now because I got more of this than this.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha. Well,
test it out. As they
yeah.
say, you use your noggin, man. You know, I'm thinning and ain't winning, so I think I could get to my brain a lot better. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to
I
get
think
through.
so too.
I ain't got nothing to get through, so you feel me? I guess I could gather my thoughts a lot faster now.
You
You feel me?
ain't got no
You
excuses.
feel me? You feel me? You feel me?
But you know what, too? Another thing about music nowadays is, like you said, everything sounds the same. So it could be very discouraging, especially if you have something to say, but the radio was playing this other type of music. And it's like, how did that get on there when I actually have something to say? But
I got a
it's also
message,
payola. It's payola too. So
right?
it
But
ended.
even if you grease these DJs, some of these DJs that is who you grease and how you grease them.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
love y'all DJs, but y'all playing a dirty game, a dirty game.
Yeah. It's
You
about
dirty
money.
rat, you dirty rat, you dirty rat.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you watched my other show that I just did when I was on live, and I had an A&R from Atlantic Records on my show, and he
I
was spitting the game.
no, I
Oh,
see.
I don't
Before
think
we
you
got
could
on,
have.
I was watching some of your stuff, but I don't think you put. Did you post that one? I don't think I see
I
that
didn't
one.
post it. I didn't post it yet. I only went live
The
with
last
it.
one you had was when you was talking about the with the young lady about the mineral stuff and how to be healthy and holistic things. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I watched that episode.
Oh, I had one after that
See,
too.
I didn't watch that one. See, I was
Oh,
trying
I
to I
got
was
you.
trying to gather your content before we got on,
Yeah.
just so I can make sure I see everything that you got on. My boy Troy, shout out Troy, baby, because I seen you commenting up there, my boy Macca. Troy, I seen you on here first. Like, I chimed in on you and Troy like this. Like, oh, she popped up live. Let me see what sis doing. Boop.
Right.
Look, I said, oh, that's what she on. Okay. Then you reached out to me. I said, look how God works. Look how God works.
Yeah, because I see you doing it. Like, even though we known each other from back in the day, that don't mean I'm gonna put you on. You know what I mean? On anything, you know. But it's just kind of like what you're doing with your life and what you got going on is something that somebody want to hear and something that should be out there. You know what I
I
mean?
appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Appreciate
definitely. Because if you
you,
just
queen. You's a queen, my fellow queen. There's kings and queens out here. Stop saying nigga and that B word. Let's start
oh,
incorporating
that part,
kings and queens. Not my nigga, my king, my
yeah,
queen. When you see another black man in the street, black man, you look him in the eye. Don't look at him and be like, "Oh, what you looking at?" Look at him and say, "I see you, king." I guarantee he look back at you and be like, "Dog, oh, respect."
yeah.
Promise.
Yeah,
Promise.
that's true, but not everybody are kings and queens because of how they act.
Hey,
You know, they're not
if
kings and queens yet.
look, that's their crown. As long as your crown stay how you want your crown to be, straight, sideways.
Yeah.
They want theirs tilted. Let them stay tilted. Don't take your crown off for nobody,
Oh,
queen.
yeah,
So
you're right about that. You're right about that's a good one. That's a good one.
definitely,
Okay, then. So, so who are some of your musical influences?
everybody always asks me that shit, man.
I mean,
It's
really, because we want to know
hard.
where it came from. You know what I mean? So, I know it's probably a hard question because you have to think like pinpoint some people. So, okay, when you were growing up, who did you listen to the most?
Well, shit, if we go underground and not even necessarily underground, because man, R.I.P. to Hit Man, baby. R.I.P. to Hitty is RBL, Hitman. Hitman was the next thing, one of the next things coming out of the
Yeah,
city when I was growing up in my time frame. So people like Hit, um, shit, Cool Nut was a big dog. Black C and Mr. C, they
yeah,
was doing their thing. Like if we really think about just city rap, I even Killer Tay and them, C-Bo, all of that. So if we go, it was different generation of music that. So it's kind of like I went through phases. So if we go through hardcore gangster rap, underground, we gonna stick with nothing hideous all day, Hitman all day.
okay.
Hitman Hunters Point all day. Hitman Hunters Point all day. Harbor Road all day.
He
All
used to be
day.
in, he used to be in my set a lot. West Point.
And yeah,
Shout out
okay.
to West Point.
Okay,
West
shout out to West
Mob.
Man. Come on, West Mob. We fuck with West Point. We
West
fuck with West
Mob.
Mob. Man, we go down to Palouse, Cashmere. We go, man, Shoreview, man. All y'all, man, in the point, man. It's nothing but love in the point. So I just want to just share that. Let's put that in the air. Let's not
Yes.
separate the point. Let's unite the point. Let's bring
Yeah.
the point together. Let's bring the point together, y'all. Let's show these youngsters. We've been there, done that.
Yeah. No, for real, because that drama, JT Filmo, yeah, I know JT.
Hey, man, we ain't
Yeah.
on Filmo, but shout out to Filmo. Hey, shout out to my city, man. We just gonna go ahead and take a minute to give a shout out to San Francisco. Let's
The
just
whole
give a shout out
city.
to our city, the whole city.
The
Shout out
whole
Filmo, shout
city.
out VG, shout out Diamond Heights, shout out Alamany, the Black Hole, shout out
Yeah.
Sunnydale. Feel me? Shout out the Towers. You feel me? Come on, man.
And
Let's unite the
it's a
city.
it's a lot of people from the city that's actually out here doing it. Like you talking about Filmo. Okay, Jay Valentine. He really out here doing it.
I seen.
You
I
know what I
seen.
mean?
I
He got the
seen.
podcast going on. Shout out to R&B Money. They just be posting some of my stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
You feel me?
So
Look. Okay, get your buzz up, sis. I see you.
shout out. You know what I mean? And then Jay Valentine himself, of course, wrote a lot of good songs that's hits and everything. And a lot of people from the city just don't make it far and big. Sometimes you have to like move out the city. You know what I mean? To make it, because maybe some
Why?
people from the city may be
Ooh,
hating, but it shouldn't be like that.
ooh, did she use the big H word? Y'all don't like the it make
Haters,
y'all be hating. Hey,
haters.
since she went to that, my program ain't even based in our city where we came from because it's too much hating. Y'all
Exactly.
not gonna jump behind. Y'all not gonna jump behind something that's real. Don't hate. Don't hate.
That's what I'm
Congratulate, man.
saying.
Hey, I come from a land of players from the Himalayas. Sorry to say it, but I ain't never been a hater. I always been a player. Yeah, it is. Don't
Yeah.
hate.
No, for
Don't
real.
hate. Don't hate on the next king or queen. Don't you should support the next person if they doing better than you. You feel me? Because that right there, that's a stepping stool for you. Can help you. It's a
That's
learning.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So instead of supporting, they rather kill them.
Yeah, yeah. I rather life over death, man. But
Hmm.
if you come trying to take mine, man, I plead the
Of
fifth.
course. Of course. Of course. Yeah. Because I know me being from San Francisco and everything like that, I didn't really get my big break until I left.
See, see,
You know what I mean? And now
see. At
people's like,
least
oh, Frisco, you rapping for Frisco. Yeah, I am, but I didn't get my big break until I left. Like,
your fan base,
listen to that again.
your fan base is more out of the city than it is in your own hometown. That's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people like say, dang, what is his name? The couple people that just got killed. They got killed in their hometown.
Oh yeah, shit. Look at what happened at Little Baby concert. You know what I'm saying? Got shot up.
Exactly.
That
Exactly.
man, it's life is just is too much chaos, man. These youngsters is just um parents. What I'm gonna tell y'all, parents, stop being scared of y'all kids.
Oh, that part.
Stop being
He's gonna
scared of
call
y'all
the police
kids.
on me.
Stop being scared of y'all kids.
But
Stop.
it's a different time now. Cause back then we got beat and it wasn't a whole, well, I didn't get beat. I was a good one.
Nah, you got
But
look. We got our ass. Excuse my language. You got that ass whoop. You got
yeah.
the ass whooping.
No, for real.
Nowadays you can't even say you spanked your kid because they're gonna send you to jail.
Yeah, they gonna call child services and whatever the case may be. Like it was normal back in the day for somebody to walk in school with something like a bruise on their arm, not a bruise, but like something from a belt to say, okay, you got a whipping. You was being bad. But now somebody see it, they gonna have child services at your house the next
They
day.
making these kids soft. That's why we so tough. That's why their generation so soft. They don't these kids don't know how to channel their emotions. They
Yeah,
don't know how to express themselves properly. They don't know how to communicate. They lack communication.
yeah,
you know and honestly, that's why I started the program, to teach them, like, hey, you don't know how to
yeah,
talk, you better speak up, use your voice, be
yeah.
heard. You just because you're a kid, and I tell every kid this,
Mhm.
we're human to human first,
Mhm.
but once you step out of that level of respect of human to human, and then now you're a kid and I'm a adult, but if you can respect me, we can have a mature conversation all day. We can talk about whatever, but we
Right.
gotta respectfully do it. Human to human.
And I know, like, here's another thing. Because nowadays the kids is just as tall as you.
Yeah.
So y'all
Oh
eye to
shit,
eye with each other.
my 16-year-old, like I said, 6'2".
That's what I'm saying. So y'all really like eye to eye going back and forth. You ain't gonna hit me. You ain't gonna hit me. And this shit, like, come on
Who
now.
who who going back and forth and doing that?
A
See,
lot of
I
people,
come from
the
the
ones that
from I come
scared.
from the ass kicker waka laka tribe. Ass kicker waka laka tribe. That's where the ass kicking come from, the back of the waka laka, and it will shaka lock your ass. Because
Mm-hmm.
there was no way in hell I was getting up and jumping up, and none of my auntie, my grandmother, my mom, and telling them, you better wasn't even in my vocabulary. It was some words that was not even able to be used in my vocabulary. I couldn't cuss around adults. These kids cuss around adults like it's
Mm-hmm.
just okay. And then when you tell them something, they be like, "Who are you talking to?" Wait a minute. Do you talk to your
Like
parents
you,
like
they
that?
friend.
Do you talk to your parent like that? And when you ask them that, you know what they say? Yeah,
Exactly.
that's the problem.
Exactly.
That's the problem. Your
Exactly.
your parents scared. Your parents scared to tell you the right ways of living, because when you get in this real world, you're gonna have all of these challenges. You're gonna have all of these things that you thought was okay and acceptable. You're gonna have laws that you
Yeah.
gotta obey, and mommy and daddy can't do nothing about it.
Right. Right. You're
You
right.
know, so
Cause sometimes I be seeing these kids wilding out like in the stores or something. I be want to take off my belt. I be looking at the parent like, give me the word. Cause I will spank your kid. And sometimes they be like, go ahead. They look at me
hey,
like, go ahead.
nah, they telling you go ahead and you get your ass put in jail. Look, cause this kid need a whooping, but I just don't want to go to jail. That's all that is.
Right. And a lot of times I just have like a blind eye, but I'm like, are you not gonna get your kid? Like, are you just gonna let your kid do that?
Right. I see it all the time myself sometimes, And like I said, that's what made me start my youth program,
Yeah.
because it's like you give them a platform, you give them a resource and somewhere to go to. I'm finna leave home. They think they're gonna cut up there, and they're actually indirectly being reformed into correct American citizens
Yeah.
that's going to be able to compete and live in this world.
Yeah.
Because this
Yeah.
world ain't easy. It is not easy. And if
Yeah.
you can't be a chameleon and play both sides, or even not even both sides, all sides, you need
Yeah.
to adjust to your environment, and that's with everything.
Right. You're right. But people don't know that growing up because so when you say something like adjust to the environment, if you're living in the projects and you're acting like how they act and you're doing what they do, that's adjusting to the environment.
I
You know
wouldn't
what I
call that.
mean?
I take that. I wouldn't. That's like
No?
that's like to me, when people say I'm a product of my environment, that shit is an
Yeah.
understatement to me. Product of your environment. Me, in my eyes, a product of your environment is somebody that beat the odds of the environment that you came from. Some people look at it as in a whole nother mind frame. Yeah, I'm from the hood, so I'm gonna be hood.
Yeah.
No,
That's an
my
excuse.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why when you just said it, to me, that's being sucked in environment more so than anything else, than changing. You know what I mean?
It,
Like you
it
get sucked
is,
in. You get sucked into that. Like
of
when you
course.
sitting in it, when you sitting it, that's just like you sit in some quicksand long enough, you gonna sink, right?
Yeah, of course, but I'm saying like that's what the youth and different people think because they don't know nothing else. They never even probably been outside of San Francisco, outside of the Bay Area, so they don't know nothing else. Like they never been on an airplane, they never been on a Greyhound.
Right.
They probably never even been to the beach.
That
You know
part. That part.
what I mean? So that's odd. And some people they can't even leave their own hood because somebody may shoot them.
But it's not their fault. It comes from generational curses down. Our generation is cursed. Let's just say it,
Yeah.
and it's up to you as the individuals to break the generational curse for your legacy.
Yeah.
So this generational curse that is worldwide, it has to be individual broken. It is no way in hell is going to be broken in a group, because that's asking for a perfect world. So people got to realize we cursed. Now, what you gonna do about that? What you gonna
Yeah.
do about the curse? And to even go that far, I feel like I broke my generational curse. I grew up on Section 8. You know what I'm saying? Not saying nothing bad about it. Grandma
Yeah.
passed it down to mom's whoop. I grew up, understood. Oh damn, we paying Section 8. Oh, we going based upon my income. Whoop. Oh, I'm out of here, mom. I'm moving. I moved out
Gotcha.
my mom's house when she was out of town, and since then I've been paying uh, market rate,
Mm.
let let's say I was paying market rate
Okay.
rent, but
Okay.
I can happily say I made it out, big baby, and I'm a homeowner. Been a homeowner going on 4 years now. So I say that like that was that was one of my dreams. Like when people be like, "What's your dream?" Shit, I accomplished a few of my dreams, and that was definitely one of them. So
Yeah.
if people out there dreaming and not even necessarily dreaming, got goals to become a homeowner, and they think that they don't have a chance, you do. I came from five something credit score, and I, you can get a 7, and my scores are 7 something, and you need to just learn. It just takes the time to learn and educate yourself, and never give up on yourself. You know,
Right.
like like you said, coming from the project, you was an honest point. Like you didn't even have to live in the public housing to even be considered public housing. The surrounding is all we all public
Right.
housing.
Right. Right.
Oh,
Right.
they stay in the jets. So in a house that's what on Section 8.
Right.
Okay, then. So you stay in the jet too. So cut it out.
Right.
You know.
Right. Right.
You know.
It's just some may look more ran down than others. Some may look more nicer than others.
Hey, I grew up in the house in the Point. You feel me? I didn't stay
Yeah.
in none of the jets. I stayed on Jamestown. Feel me? And it's houses up there. Now they done put some apartments up there because it wasn't no apartments up there all of there. So they done turned the field that used to be a parking lot for Candlestick that is no longer Candlestick. So
Mhm.
for those that know, the Niners played it in the city. You feel me? We
Mhm.
always gonna be the city. We played in the heart of Hunters Point. And they moved us because they didn't like it being so close to the Ruelle area of the city, and there was no other location for them to bring that team. So they figured, hey, bring it to the rich area, and you know, there's crime everywhere, man. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, you need to let the people have something.
Yeah.
Stop taking it away from the people. Let the people have something. I think with having Candlestick in the community like they did, it helped with bringing more unity because it left things for people to do. I was a young man parking cars on the street, getting, earning an honest dollar, just parking a car on the street, hey, parking. And, that like that right there was teaching me, I believe, entrepreneurship at a young age too.
Right. It was. It definitely was.
I didn't
Okay.
know it though. But now I look back and I'll be like, damn, I was really having my own business, but not knowing, creating a business at a young age.
Of course, because probably nobody even told you back then. Like how you're
Nobody knew.
like
Nobody
how
knew.
you're doing.
Nobody knew credit. Nobody knew nothing. So that's why I don't
Mhm.
blame none of my elders or nothing for none of the things that we weren't taught. Our generation wasn't taught because they didn't know no better. They wasn't taught. So we are the game changers. Our generation. Hey, if ain't nobody told y'all, game changer. You're
Yeah.
a game changer.
Yeah. Okay. That leads me to my next question. So I know you say you're a homeowner, but you're also getting into real estate.
Oh yeah, yeah.
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 Tell us about that.
I went to classes, took the courses that needed to be taken. And in the midst of taking those courses, you complete them, but you got to pass that bar,
Yeah.
and that bar is my next battle, my next fight, my next. I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm one of those type of people. I know that failing is part of the test. When you take the test, is you pass or fail. But I hate to fail.
Yeah.
I hate to fail. I hate to not to be able to, even though you can take it again. So um you have to study. It's hard, but I just also once I became the homeowner, it opened my eyes up to a whole nother pathway. Generational wealth. When people say generational wealth, um, my definition of generational wealth may be different than others. Because in my eyes, generational wealth isn't just, hey, getting a home and having a house and passing it on down to your family. Nah, that's just a step and a part of the process.
Mm-hmm.
There's living trust. There's you have your life insurances. You can put all of that in a living trust and transfer that over into a living trust. People that have cash value policies, life insurance, important. Life insurance. You can borrow against your life insurance policies. People, you put all of that in the living trust. Your house is worth 500,000. Your your life insurance policy is worth 100 and some thousand. Got 600,000 that's in your living trust. You can borrow against that while you're alive. Okay,
Mm.
and not just your people. Just you leave some for your people, but you will also be able to survive and live too. So people don't just think about just 401ks. 401ks is honestly is not is it, I'm not a fan.
Me neither.
I'm not a fan. If the stock market drop, everything drop, it your money's gone. You just got to start over. You
Mm.
know. And so people just open your eyes, and that right there, all of those things in one, made me want to say, hey, if I become a real estate agent, I now have the tools. I'm the type of person, I want to get in to know what's going on, and I'll become, because I was a shop steward as well for the union, and I helped many of people, but I was just really just there to really get the information and know the stuff that I needed to know to fight the battles that I need to fight.
Got right.
So really, I'm taking real estate just like fighting a war. Um, they can't deny me when I come knocking at that door with my profile saying 700 credit score. My name saying Tamakio, sounding like a Japanese name, and I don't put my racial profile down. I don't put what race I am, my ethnicity. You don't have to put that, people.
Right.
And I tell you guys, all of my black and brown people, don't put it. You got a
You
better chance.
shouldn't.
Judge me based upon what you see on paper. Don't judge me based upon what you see my color is.
Yeah.
So just some game. Like I told everybody, I was gonna drop some gems tonight. I had some gems. I ain't gonna give it all to y'all, man, because you gotta pay for it. You gotta pay for it. You gotta pay for it. But I'm just gonna tell y'all that's the next business to come. I'm really working to become even a business and financial counselor for people and teach people credit literacy and even the kids. That's what I'm using our program for, start to finish. I'm planning to start hosting classes and little small groups. I'm gonna start with small groups and teaching kids about bank accounts, asking them, do they know what a social is? Do they know that do they know the three credit bureaus? Not just your credit score. Okay, your credit score consists of three credit bureaus.
Mm-hmm.
With that score, what is those bureaus? Teach them at a young age. Teach them what utilization is, what credit cards is, how important it is, a job, how important a job is. So those type of things, that just what got me wanting to get into the real estate field, because you be around more people, you meet more people, expand. You never know who you're gonna meet, and
Gotcha.
real estate is where the money is.
Yeah, no, for real. Yeah. Especially out there.
Mm-hmm. Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. You get a piece of Cali, hold on to it.
Yeah, no, for real. Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on to it. Don't sell it. Hold on. Just hold on.
Because one day it's gonna skyrocket.
Yeah, it's a gold mine. California's a gold mine.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So being a real estate agent, do you think that that's something like on your bucket list? Like you have to accomplish that for
N-
yourself?
No, because
No.
you can buy land and property without necessarily being that real estate agent. I learned from taking the classes, anybody that have their MLS license can
Mm-hmm.
actually share their MLS list with you. They can put you on their some type of little thing. They can share it, and you can have the
Mm-hmm.
same access they have at the same list and stuff. So if you got people that ain't no haters, then you can still get on. You can still purchase the property, purchase the land. And the key thing is just having a profile and having the money and having the lenders that's going to work with you. So
Gotcha.
I wanted to get into the real estate field to uh, build pretty much the relationships. Like I got one relationship, a solid relationship with my lender. Like he's solid because he seen I wasn't your typical home buyer. I was savvy. I was smart. I was telling them things. He was like, damn, you know your stuff. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like you can, man. There's so much stuff you can do, man. Let's just say this: house, first time home buyer program, all of that good stuff, down payment assistance, all that good stuff. I've been paid them their money back. Been off the HF, HFA. Like I was done
Yeah.
with that. I've been got off of that, and I've been in the conventional loan since year two.
Wow.
Like it was a like when I say I put out a blueprint, I put out a blueprint. I studied. I said now it's time to see if it worked. If all of this stuff that I'm studying worked, all of it worked. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why I tell you guys, man, make a blueprint, stick to it, believe in yourself. Don't listen to what other people say. You feel me? Like take in what they say, like what they say,
Right.
take it in, but don't take it and hold on to it. Oh no, well I can't do that. Sometimes people will mislead you on purpose.
No, yeah, that's
Somebody
true.
asked down here like, what's a PO? What's
No, he was saying, "What's up?" I mean,
oh okay. What's going on? What's going on? That's your people's, huh?
who, me?
Yeah, that's probably your people's. I don't know what's going on. Whoever that is, man. What's going on?
Um, I
Oh
can't
yeah, I see who
tell.
that. I see who that is. Shout out, shout out, shout out. I see. It's my people's right there, man. People's chiming in. I told
Yeah.
you that was gonna pop in and out and see what I had to say, man. I'm a pretty sharp dude, I can say, man. Not to be too cocky and arrogant about it, but I'm I finally aged to where I'm confident as a man.
Good,
I can say it and say, hey, I'm pretty confident as a man. I can leave some things.
good, good. So you didn't feel that confident growing up?
I mean, I did, but like I said, you seen me when I was younger. I was chubby, man. They called me Teddy Bear, man. Hey, I mean, they said I was still cute, and I was, but my confidence wasn't there. I think I was more angry. I was an angry kid, and I would slap the shit out of you if you said the wrong thing to me. Then,
Mm,
then take in the good. Like I wasn't, you know what I mean? I felt like I had to let people know I'm not out here to play, and y'all gonna
gotcha,
remember me. But
gotcha.
I don't. I honestly, I'll take some of that, back, definitely.
Mm,
But I wasn't as confident then as I am now. I had to learn confidence. It like I said further back in the convo, it took maturity for a lot of things.
yeah,
Maturity applies to a lot of things. A lot,
gotcha.
a lot.
But was it back then? Wasn't you hanging with the cool kids, the popular
Oh,
kids?
come on, man! I was one of the populars. Come on, man. Let's let. Come on, man! I was in the yearbook. Pretty eyes. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep them laughing. But yeah, everybody know me. Some people know me that I don't even know, and I'll be with my kids, and my kids be like, "Dad, you know him? You just said what's up to him like you knew him." Nah, I didn't. But Dad, you just was talking to him like that was your partner. Again, it feels good for people to know you. Obviously, you just
Yeah,
did something
no, for
good. Ain't
real.
burn no bridges. Ain't burn no bridges.
Yeah, for real. So, because you used to throw parties out there a lot too, right?
Oh yeah, we did, Gotti. We had it turned up. You feel me? It was yeah, it was lit. We had it lit. I wasn't much of a partier, and my bro Gotti got me out, and he was like, "Bruh, the people want to see you, right?" I step out. We had every hood in San Francisco in one building,
Yeah,
multiple party, multiple parties, no fights, no drop, no nothing. Like
yeah,
everybody was drunk,
yeah.
wasted. That was our party title, wasted parties. We threw wasted parties.
Mm,
Everybody was wasted, and everybody
wow.
laughed and had a good time. And that right there showed me, damn, well maybe I, but yeah, it was fun. It was fun. You can't do it no
I think I
more
went to
though.
one or two.
Yeah, you was there a few times. You
Yeah.
stepped out. You stepped out a few times.
I think I went to one when I came back to visit too.
Yeah, we had it lit.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it always stayed packed out.
man, in that little ass sweat box. Look, there go my nephew right there, FTL. Look, see, I spoke you up, Neff. She was asking me about music and shit. That's my comeback artist right there. If y'all gonna hear my nephew. My nephew is you gonna hear him. He coming out of Alaska. So
Alaska.
yeah. My brother
Wow.
and my yeah. I went out there a few times. It's Alaska, ew. It doesn't get dark.
In certain times of the year, right? I heard
Yeah,
that.
look, I went out there. The times that I done went out there, I want to say 2 times. Didn't sleep at all because it was like I said, it was their nighttime was like our evening, and
Okay.
then I went out there like once, and I want to say their dark wasn't a dark. It was like semi dark. It was like a 8 o'clock, a 7 o'clock dark
Gotcha.
for us, you know. But that was it, and shit, it was cold as boy. Whew, whew. Yeah, buddy. But it's all right though. But it's a lot of a lot of land out there. People cool, people nice. Shit, I went out there a few times, and to be honest with you, it's outlet out there. It's base out there. It's fan base.
Mm.
Yeah, it's fan base out there. They love the bay.
Mm. So, you and your nephew gonna hop on the track together?
Yeah, he been trying to get me yeah, he been trying to get me, and honestly, shit, I've been in the car every now and then, been getting back at it, and that's how I know I'm kind of like, bro, I ain't done this in a minute. I've been sitting in
Yeah.
the car and a beat will come on, certain beat. It's the beat that'll get me to come out and want to do something. If it's a trash beat, I just nah. I gotta have some blap. I'm still an 808 man.
Mm.
I need 808s and claps. 808s and claps. You know what I mean? That's how you know we from the Bay, 808s and claps. We need
Right.
bass in the trunk. We
Right.
need your trunk to rattle.
Right. No, for real. So hopefully we'll hear something one day.
Maybe. You know, we 41.
Maybe.
Look, you 41 years old trying to rap, boy. Hey, I got a problem with that. But
Well, it's a lot of
but look, if you 41 and you just making music to make music, you know what I'm saying? You make music, that's great, that's fine. But if you in your 40s and nigga, I'm the next, I'm the next Jay-Z.
yeah.
You know, sit your ZJ ass down.
You mean like trying to start, but not that's already on? Because if you already own, then
If you
yeah,
own,
you know. Because
you better keep the gas pedal on their neck
oh
until
yeah,
you leave this world. You better 40 water, respect. What?
yeah,
Come on, man. If people don't take their head off to the 40 water, when I say that man comes with content every single time, we can go back to federal. That boy been gashing since I've been a kid, and he still got that gas. OG.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm not putting age on it, but I will put a time frame of if you ain't made it
Right,
at a certain point, you need to make sure. That's just like a kid, okay? Every kid has hoop dreams, right?
right,
Every
right,
every kid said they want to go to college, right? Percentage of those kids going to college. What's the
right.
percentage of those kids going to the NBA after college? So when you got odds that's slim, you make your odds a little bit better by saying, hey, C, D, plan. Laid out.
But at the same time, sometimes you can't put an age on it. Because if it's your dream, you can't be like, oh, well, I'm 41, so I'm going to just give up on this dream. Like, no, you keep doing what you're doing. Just don't be like, oh, I'm the next to blow. Like your
That
mindset has to be a little bit different,
that
but don't stop doing your dream because that's what you love to do in your heart.
that
So even if it
that
doesn't take off, then still do just put music out there, just or whatever, just still do whatever that you do. And if it blows, it blows.
that.
You know what I mean?
But it's the ones that I'm
Huh? Your
it's the
phone
one
cut out.
you can hear me.
Yeah, it keeps going in and out sometimes.
It's what it is the ones that say I'm the best.
Yeah, and if you was the best, why you ain't on already? Right. So that's why I said change. You have to change your mindset of it and your process and the words that you're saying too. You know what I mean?
That part. Content is key.
Yeah.
Content delivery is key.
Yeah. Yep. And then on top of that, nobody wants to hear a 40, 50-year-old rapper talking about shooting you up or something, or pill popping or lean. Like, leave it to the young kids. If anything, like, you supposed to have some more mature content, I
That part.
think.
That part.
Because
That
ain't
part.
nobody going to take you seriously. It's like, oh, you're going to go run and shoot me up and you may sprain an ankle or something. Trying to, because you so old. So ain't nobody going to really take you
Hey,
seriously.
look, you gonna catch a cramp. You better cut it out, champ. Cut it
Exactly.
out,
Exactly. You
champ.
ain't going to.
Cut it out, champ.
Exactly. It's your whole thought process. Okay. Let's get into your businesses. So we have start to finish mentoring, tutoring, and workshop program, and start to finish sports. Okay.
Mhm.
So first of all, where is it located?
We're in Sacramento. We're all over the Sacramento area right now. Pretty much with our sports program, start to finish sports. We started out with AAU basketball teams. Um, right now, we currently have three basketball teams, middle school and two high school teams,
Okay.
and we play from here on throughout the whole California right now. This year we've been just playing in California, but next year we plan to go out and play at on the bigger levels, 3SB. Not sure if you're aware of AAU, the AAU sector of sports, but that's pretty much amateur, pretty much youth amateur sports at pretty much a high level of sports. You have a lot of your elite players playing in AAU,
Mm-hmm.
and these kids come from everywhere. You got sports teams coming from every state and everywhere, and they play and they set up tournaments, and we play against each other and compete for medals and trophies and things and such like that. But I started out start to finish sports after I started start to finish the mentoring program. I had started that SIF LLC. Um, SIF LLC and Start to Finish Sports is my nonprofit. I work them hand to hand with each other. They're pretty much partnered up with each other, but they're two separate entities. So the taxation is different. If you guys, may want to look at that, but so taxation is different. So by me donating from my LLC to my nonprofit helps with me pretty
Yeah.
much defer my taxes as on my personal wise as well too on a bit from my business. So that 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 that's what made me just start the two, because with nonprofits you can build business credit just like you build business credit with LLC too, and it's two separate entities.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And I hope y'all over there taking notes too.
Yeah, that I told him, hey, when I posted, I said I'm dropping some gems. So those that miss out, I hope sis posted so y'all can go back and watch it,
Mm,
check it out, grab y'all notepads, y'all pens. I'm not gonna lead y'all to no false stuff. This is all real life. I come from San Francisco, where they told us that we couldn't make it, but I made it.
that part. That part. And again, if you guys have any questions, put in the comments and we'll answer your questions.
Definitely.
Someone's talking to you.
Yeah,
You
that's
said,
young Jat. Young Jat was on there. I see you,
thanks
Jat.
for
Respect, boy.
joining.
Appreciate you getting on, boy. You know, I'm gonna talk about you. She got some pictures of the team too, so I gave her some pictures and stuff. So you guys may see that later on, but
Yeah.
definitely, I'm here for y'all, Jad. I'm gonna let them know, start to finish. We here to stay, baby. Keep building,
Yes.
young man.
Yeah. Win that championship too.
Yes, indeed, indeed.
Um, let's see. Okay, so what are the age range of the kids or of the youth that's in the mentoring program? Let's start with that one.
It's pretty much there's no age cap with our mentoring program. Any kid that we see that needs the mentoring, we're reaching out. Like any kid, what's up, Coach Ju? I see you jumped on, baby. How you doing? Any kid that needs mentoring, and pretty much with our basketball program, we're not just coaching these kids. We're teaching these kids life lessons. We're talking to these kids. We're 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 asking them questions. We're like I said, the mentoring is like full fledged. All of my coaches aren't just hey, we're just gonna bounce the ball. We really we talk to our kids. We man, that I Jew you chimed in at the right time,
Right.
bro. If anybody, you know, like that's who I started start to finish with. Like
Oh,
me and him were coaching for another organization, and we great coaches, and they seen that, and I'm a little different. I'm like when I see and feel like somebody is trying to squeeze us and get our juice. I told bruh, I said, bruh, I'm finna go start our own organization. He said, all right, I'm gonna stay here and get the juice. Go
mm,
ahead, baby. I'm gonna go ahead and go start it. I don't know if he believed me and he thought I was joking. Look at us now, Jew. 4 years later, baby. Soon we gonna have our
okay.
own building. Soon we will have our own building. And the ideas that I have when we get the building, Lord, all I can say is we here to stay. We here to build for the communities. We're not here to just help one community. We're here to help as many communities as we can. If I get to a franchise level, please believe you will see a bunch of start to finishes around this world and from state to state. So, you know, the goal is ultimately to be state to state with it and franchise. And because there's kids all over the world, there's communities all over the world that have kids that don't have the resources for the mentoring, the tutoring, and even just a home away from home.
Right, right, right. That's good. Okay. Let's see. So, what are some in your start to finish mentoring program? What are some of the things that you do for the kids?
Um, for the most part, just a lot of talking, more so a lot of talking, as well as we're here to help out as much as we can. Any resources that we do have available. A lot of kids they don't have rides. You know,
Mm,
to and from sports events.
mm-hmm.
So we our coaches and we have our door open or we find out a way and figure out a way to get our kids there. We pretty much let our kids know we have tutoring resources for them if they need them, if they're having problems with any subject, if there's somebody that's a part of our organization that's there to help, we will place them with that individual, and then that individual will then help out as much as they can, mentor the kid with pretty much gathering the information that's needed for the class. But um, when it comes to emotional standpoints, we do a lot of talking, like a
Mm,
lot of talking to our kids. We ask a lot of questions, you know, just to let them know we are a resource. We are here. We're not just here, just like I said, just to come play basketball. We here, hey, how was your day at school?
right,
We're building student athletes. You know, our motto is you have to be a student first before you're an athlete.
right,
If you think you could be an athlete and not be a student, then you got the wrong thing.
right, right. You're not, like you say, you're not here just to play. You're here to learn and playing is a plus.
Exactly. It's just a bonus, you know? It's a
Yeah,
bonus. Like I said earlier, every kid had hoop dreams. I was once that kid with hoop dreams as well too.
right,
And then my dreams became reality, and my reality came, you're not gonna be no NBA star.
right,
So some kids, they gotta be realistic to yourself.
right,
If if
right,
if you only good for school ball, you good for school ball. You good in AAU, you good in AAU.
right,
Some kids ain't built for college, you know. Some some kids, you know, say, hey, I'm not gonna go to college. I'm gonna go straight to the NBA. Realistic thinking, you can if you put in the work, you know,
mm-hmm,
but realistic thinking, the percentage that is
right,
actually doing that. So you got to give yourself the realistic chance versus the slimmest chance. You know, give yourself
right.
the biggest chances.
But I also think, like what you just said, I think that's also part of they just want to play ball or
Mm-hmm.
whatever it is. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
they're not wanting to go to school to learn just to go play ball. They want to go straight to it because
Right.
school is not for everybody. You know, so I think that's part of the reason too.
Right. 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 Well, I didn't, you know, like I said, college ain't for everybody. I'm not saying college wasn't for me. I got accepted to Berkeley, the School of Music. I don't even know who even sent in the application for me to go to that college, but I didn't.
Wow.
I didn't go. You know, and it was again. You know, my family ain't the rich. We ain't rich, so I looked at those numbers and said, as if I got a job, I'm doing what I need to do. I'm not even gonna put my mom through that. You know what I'm saying? And they're
Right.
not. Are they? Are is it free? No. Well, forget about it. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like I did my job. My diploma sitting right here, right alongside me. You know, right
Right.
now. I got one son's diploma sitting right here with it. I'm waiting on two more. And that's all I don't pressure my children on college. I say, hey, it'll be great. You know, my youngest son, tomorrow he says, hey, Dad, I want to go to college, I want to go to college, I want to go to college.
Hmm.
Hey, I want you to go to college too, but I need to see you want it. Me
Mm-hmm.
wanting it don't mean nothing unless you want it. I hear you say it. Your words is good, but I need the action. So, but my kids, they right now they're doing good. They starting the year off with a bang. Both of my boys, they high 3.0s right now, mid 3.0s right now. Um,
Wow.
they're really holding it down. You know, like I said, man, you got to talk to these kids. You know, like
Right.
constantly. Like don't let up. It's repetitive. You know, you gotta stick it in there. You
Right.
know,
No, for real. Yeah. Okay. Um, what age do you start talking to kids about credit scores and things like that and bank accounts?
I honestly would say the age that you should talk to them and they would understand it. Probably about 13, 14, 13, maybe even 12.
Okay.
Maybe even 12 because if your kid know how to count, your kid know math, basic phonics of math, I think you should start teaching your kid credit because you never know. You can't put a cap on what a kid is gonna understand, and that's where us adults we do that too often. Oh, that kid don't know. We ain't gonna. That kid understand. Just
Right.
try to deliver it to the child. So I say 12. 12 is a good age, and then make sure when your kid turns 15, 16, if you got good credit and you have good payment history on your credit cards, make sure you put your kid on as an authorized user on your card.
Yeah.
Be,
Yeah.
be
And a lot of people they don't know about
it,
that.
and it's true.
Yeah. No,
My oldest
no, for
son
real.
has better credit than me because of me.
Right.
So
Right. Because he doesn't have depth. He doesn't start off having depth. So you have to build your way up. So you're getting yourself out of depth, but he's
yep,
coming in with a clean slate. So
yep,
yeah, he's gonna
yep,
go up there faster than you.
yep.
So then maybe one day you can piggyback off of him. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Even though I don't
I
need it.
know, yeah.
I'm saying sevens. Hey, I'm sorry to say it to y'all with this credit. I'm never going back down to no five. So I'm never.
No, for real.
Once you
Because
get
I build
up
myself
there,
up too.
once you build up there, you get up there and you learn it, and you learn the credit arithmetic. There is
Yeah.
credit arithmetic, y'all, that y'all need
Yeah.
to know. You stick to it. It's called discipline. You stick to that discipline, you'll be all right.
Yeah. No, for real. Okay. Now, with your mentoring program, do you feel that is basically like filling in the void from, like, say, an absentee parent or a family member that can't help the child or whatever? Like, what is like your goal in your mentoring program, or what? How do you think is helping the community and the kids?
Goal is to help and bring together as many families as I can.
Okay.
Um, Goal is to ultimately for the responsible adults that are responsible for the children to get
Mm-hmm.
them to understand, even if it's through sending it through the message of the child getting the
Yes.
resources from somewhere else. Because you notice with adults, it trigger your brain when they see their kid getting something that they know that it can teach them from somebody else.
Yeah.
So what you do is you teach the kid right, ain't and ain't too many adults want no other adult teaching their kids some right when they know they should be teaching them right. So you do the reverse psychology with you know that kid getting wrong at home. So you let that kid keep getting that wrong, knowing that he gonna come over here and get that right. So when he come from that wrong, he come getting that right, he going back home to that wrong with that right. So now you got that adult trying to convert that right to that wrong. It's gonna be harder to do that when it's fresh coming from some right. So my goal is to transform as many kids as I can to understand what right is versus the wrongs that may be in their lives.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So let's talk about the sports
Mm-hmm.
section of it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
what type of sports?
Right, right now we just got hoops. We just got AAU basketball. We
Okay.
got travel teams, but I plan to ultimately. That's why we're starting to finish sports because they have AAU volleyball. They have AAU baseball that they're getting bigger with that, and then they've been having Pee Wee leagues for football and Mighty Mites and all that good stuff. So the goal is to have every single sports sector for the youth running year round. When if it's football season, we got football teams. If it's volleyball season, we got volleyball. If it's baseball, we got baseball. If it's a softball for the young ladies, we got softball for the young ladies. And my goal is to honestly keep all the sports um, gender friendly
Okay.
because I want to unite the man and the woman because I have a problem with that. Like America caused so much confusion with that alone, with gender, I feel, because the separation. So I'm trying to basically not necessarily well shit, honestly, yeah, I'm trying to change the world. Shit, little by little, as much as I can. Fuck it. I'm just gonna say it. I'm trying to change the world. If I
Yeah.
can, shit, I ain't gonna
Yeah.
even lie. If I could change the world and impact the world, I'm gonna impact the world. Put a dent in
Yeah.
this thing if I can. Before I leave here. And even if I can't, I want to leave an imprint that is gonna have a bunch of soldiers that's gonna push that line to for change. So
Gotcha.
if I help 20 kids and they have 20 more kids, that's 40 kids. That should be right.
Right. Right.
I'm happy with
Okay.
that. I'm happy with that change.
Right.
So the sports sector is just pretty much is just hand in hand with the mentoring and it starts with the mentoring because you talk to the kid. So, hey, hey, how you doing? So then you find out about them. Then you know they play sports. Oh, come on, you should come play with us. You should. So now it becomes a bigger bond. Like all my kids, all my boys, they be wanting to ride with me. It's getting to a point to where I'm just gonna put it out there. If we have any sponsors out there that's trying to sponsor or donate or even support the youth, and the money actually go towards and for the youth, um,
Mm-hmm.
feel free. Or even if you know anybody out there, that watches this video that has a old van that they don't use, and it just needs to be refurbished, needs a little TLC,
Mm.
man, bring it over. I got guys that'll bring me back, and I got people that'll love me. It's just, again, we take whatever. If I could get a van, my goal is to get a van. I want my
Mm-hmm.
boys to start riding. I pick all my boys up. Like, this is something I want to do 50, 60, when I'm 65 retiring. Ain't no retire. This is my retire. This is my retirement plan. Helping
Right.
the youth. Like, helping the youth. Like, there's gonna always be new kids born. There's always gonna be the kids that I done raised, and now they're adults. Now they done moved on. Now their legacy is gonna grow and get big, and I'm gonna go and help the more little ones. So I just look at, like, it's a never ending battle. Adults, we start all of these businesses and we forget about the main ingredient, the future.
Right. Right. You're right about that. Okay. How can someone donate? Where can they find you?
You can find us at our Instagram account at start like the Roman number, 212 finish. That's our Instagram handle. We also have a Facebook that you can follow us on Facebook. We got a Facebook business page. We have a website as well. It's a little outdated, but if you go to the site, you will definitely see what we're about and what we're pushing. Is at start to finish. Start like I said, finish, not start to finish. You won't get us if you put the start to finish. You have to put the lowercase or uppercase, whatever you choose, but start to finish.com. That's where you can find us. Any type of donations, you can hit us on Instagram. We have Zelle options. We have Apple Pay. We have Cash App. We got all of the payment things, and it'll go straight to our business bank account, not to no personal me. No, no, we don't operate like that.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And someone put it down here for you to help you
That,
out
that that's
too.
my youngest son. That's my youngest son. My youngest son, Tamari. Thank you, Tamari. Appreciate that, son. Appreciate that.
Got
A
your
few,
back too.
yeah, a few people put it in there for me too.
Yeah.
Just
You
just
got
to
people
put
that
it in
got
there.
your back.
Definitely, definitely. I see him. I see y'all. I see y'all. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all.
You
Definitely,
won't know that until you get onto like platforms like these and see who got your back.
definitely. And yeah,
Mm.
That's my secretary right there. She just put it in as well. She put our Instagram. Yeah, she been up in here talking heck of stuff, saying heck of different stuff, telling me to say heck of different stuff. But I'm like, I see you put it in there, so they catch it in the comments when I put it
But
up
you
and I
have
post it
to,
up.
you gotta say it too, because when I play this video back, the comments not gonna be on here.
Oh, definitely. And whoever donates to our organization as well, like she just said, I have to put it out there. You will get the taxation deductible donation for your business. So if you donate to us or you sponsor to us, you will get that taxation because we are a 501c3 organization. All of our paperwork is legit. We can show you whatever you need. We're working on our sponsor letters right now, so we will soon have that out. I'm not too fond of the the GoFundMe, so I rather just do it more professional and just have and just keep giving different sponsor letters. And basically, I feel like when you do that, it's more personal. with that business
Yeah.
that you're asking for that donation to as well too, than just, hey, I just give me some money.
Yeah.
Nah, so you make it more personal, and you build that relationship that way. So
Yeah.
whatever, if you guys donate to us, you guys will receive that credit for your business, as well as any Nikes, Adidas, anybody that's in those fields that want are willing for sponsorship for uniforms and that type of stuff, or anybody that presses up things and make garments, feel free to reach out. We're open. We're open for any and everything. Like I said, we're 501c3 nonprofit. So with that being said, you can expect for us to put out a whole bunch of money, because we're not getting a whole bunch of money in,
Right.
but we're definitely for the support and for the organization, and it's all going to go back 100% to the children.
Gotcha. That's great. Thank you. Yeah,
Yes,
I love
ma'am.
what you're doing. And I love you was able to talk about it and tell people who didn't know, you know what I mean? And that their donations is gonna go back towards them, basically.
Oh
You
yeah,
know what I
definitely,
mean? So
definitely,
I
definitely.
I do thank you for being on the show. Do you want to say any last things, any things that you didn't get to say or people should know? Tell them where to find you, like your personal page for people who don't know. And make sure you guys follow me too. You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
oh yeah. The man that when I posted, I told everybody, like I told people from my start to finish page. I told them, because a lot of my children, I don't allow my players really to follow my personal page,
Right.
because I try to separate personal life
Right.
from, but I'm the same person all the way around the board. So don't think I changed, y'all. But it's just, again, people like to hold certain things and people get offended. So again, my personal page is at Macca in my own lane, because I'm in my own lane. So Macca, MACKANIN, my own lane. So you can follow me there, or you can follow me at start to finish. Start finish. So that's two Roman numeral numbers. Okay, you get in math class. All right, now you get what I'm saying. I took geometry. I took algebra. So all right. So go ahead and get it right, get it tight. If your kids need any training, we offer training out there. Me and Coach Jew, we got training for the kids. We got a flyer for that. So if you guys got any kids that want to get basketball training, we offer training for small fee. It's not much at all. I can honestly say we're one of the cheapest AAU organizations that's out here right now.
Mm,
So
gotcha.
if you need it, come check us out. I
Yeah.
appreciate you having me.
Yeah.
I appreciate you being able to give me this platform to even come on and let the people know we're here and we're here to stay. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
appreciate you.
You're welcome. And you guys, this is Fur Talk. I thank you guys for joining. I thank you, Mecca, for joining and telling me about your businesses as well.
Absolutely.
Like you said, don't forget to check out the website. And we will see you next time.
Yes, ma'am. Salute you.
Bye.
All right. Have a blessed one. One
You
love.
too.